Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a quick review of all three lights that I run on my commuter bike every day. Going to try to make it short and sweet and succinct for you so I don't waste any of your time. We're going to start with the small one and work our way up to the big dog. So I'm going to remove these out of the way and we're just going to start with the little guy. So the first guy is from Portland Design Works. It's a little headlight that has a rubber mount on here, and you've seen this probably on a lot of lights, but you just wrap the rubber clasp around your handlebars or whatever you have on your bike to wrap it on, and it clips just like this, okay? And you can tighten it up there. And then you click twice to turn it on. So there's solid, and it has flash, and then it has a fade. And any of the flicker is from the shutter speed of the camera, so don't worry about that. I won't shine it right into the camera because you can't tell how bright it is anyway, but it's very bright. And that's back to steady and flash, of course. Okay, and then double click to turn it off. It is USB rechargeable right here on the top. It's not USB-C, it's the one before it, and I can't remember what that is, but there's two of these lights that use that one, and then the other older one I have uses the oldest USB. But this is a super handy light. It's not a light that says I can see into the woods. It's a light that says everybody can see me, and that is very important when you're commuting, whether on a greenway, at dusk or dark, definitely on the road. If I'm on the road, I run this on flash. If the sun is up. If the sun is down, I run it on steady. So that's a little one. It's not expensive. You can check out on Portland Design Works. Check out their website. I did have one where the charging port got really loose and failed, and they sent me a new one. They have excellent customer service. I love buying, at least from US companies. I realize it's probably made elsewhere, but it's a really great little light. And of course, because it's got the rubber mount, you can easily transfer it from one bike to another. Because I go back and forth from my road bike to my gravel bike, which is my main commuter. Okay, secondly, we have the oldest light in the bunch. It's a Cygolite, and it's a 750 lumen. That's how they measure all the headlights and tail lights, by using lumens. It's more accurate. So you can tell this one's definitely seen some weather. It's got a lot of years on it. I got it for one of my decade birthdays, and I can't remember. It definitely wasn't 50. It may have been my 40th birthday. So this thing is probably, I don't want to say. If it's my 40th, it's 11 years old at the time of this tape. So it has the super old USB connection. It does have, you notice, a user replaceable battery. You just give it a turn like this, like a quarter turn, and you pull it out. And then there's the battery. So I don't know if they even still make these. You could look on the Cygolite website. That's Cygolite. Check them out, see if they offer these batteries. But it just goes right in, and then you give it a turn, and it's going to turn the light on automatically. So I'm going to turn that off for a second. Okay, the Cygolites, again, I'm not going to flash it into the camera. This part is metal. And one thing I love about their lights is all of their mounts are standardized for the headlights. So if you get one Cygolite and you get the mount for it, if you get another one like what I have, you can use the same mount, which is super great. Okay, so here's the button. It's just a one button operation, and I'll show you. You have the single push. There's two pushes. That's the second push. Then there's three, and that's high. And then that's back to low. And then there is a steady flash on here, which should be this one. Yeah, so notice that gives you a steady light and then a flash. So this is good for really bright in daytime in traffic. And then it just basically cycles through with each push. You can see it getting a little brighter. The camera doesn't really do it justice, okay? And that's on low. And then to turn off all the Cygolites, you just push and hold like this, and then it turns it off. I don't know how the camera is going to do with this extreme light, but you get the basic concept anyway. This light is, like I said, 10 years old and is very durable. It's very bright. It's very well made. Once again, Cygolite is a company in the US. I think they're out west. And of course, the lights I do think are made elsewhere, but fantastic lights. Once again, good customer service. This light went bad, and I sent it back to them, and they fixed the charging port and put a new battery in there. I don't think they even charged me for the battery. So they're a great company. This is not sponsored. You know, I'm a really small channel. Nobody has sponsored me yet, although I am open to that. But I just really like these products, and they're very dependable, and I think you should know about when something works and you get good customer service. We can pass that on to you, so you won't make any mistakes by going with somebody else. All right. The third light is the big dog. It's the Ranger 1400, once again by Cygolite. And it's just a newer design. Same operation. There's no user serviceable battery on this. It just has a battery door that flips down, or a charging port that flips down. And that's the newer size USB. Again, it's not USB-C. It's the one before it. So it's that kind of rhombus shape, I guess you'd say. But you want to keep this closed to keep out the moisture. Same mount design, which I love, like I said. And it's 1400 lumens on the double push bright. So I'll show you how this one works. This one, I'll get my hand out of the way. This one, single push, steady flash for the daytime. Okay, that's low. And then medium, and then high. And then it goes back to probably steady flash. Yeah, so I'm gonna turn it off by holding it down like I did. All right, this has another mode on it where you double click quickly and it goes into turbo, and that throws all the battery power to the light, and that is the full 1400. So I'll try to do that, turn it on first, and then give it 2 quick. There you go. So that's full brightness, and you can see on the green, if I can, you can see the power light is also flashing. That tells you it is on turbo mode. And already my hand's getting hot from covering up the lights. It's very hot. All right, so push to hold and turn it off. All right, so I made another video of my bike, so you guys can look at that. This video is getting a little longer, so I'm gonna go ahead and close things out. But if you wanna see how I mount these lights on my bike, check out my bike review video on my channel. It's very recent. I have 2 Portland Design Works fork crown mounts that go into the mounts on my fork, and then I use the Cygolite mounts on those, and then I run the 2 lights like this right on the fork crown. And then the third one, which is this one, this is on the handlebar just to the right of the stem. So I've got 2 on the side by the top of the wheel, and then this is on the handlebars. And I think it's a great setup. Like I said on my other video, some people might think that that's too much light. You know, you don't need that much. And what I always say is, you know, it's better to be seen and maybe not flash your lights in people's eyes, but it's better to be seen and have somebody say, goodness, does he need that much light, than to not have enough light to try to be nice and then have somebody potentially pull out in front of you. They also don't know, this is an interesting thought. You know, the motorist can't tell how fast you're traveling. And if you're a somewhat serious cyclist, you're probably faster than a lot of people are expecting. So with what I have found with the bright lights, people tend to wait for me to go through, then they go. And I know they have time to go ahead and go in front of me, but they can't quite tell what I am. And, you know, am I a motorcycle? Am I a tiny little car? They don't really know when the lights are on at night. And I think that's fine. You know, if they discover that I'm just a bike and they can go around me later, fine. They've lost 5 seconds in their commute. But the last thing you want is for somebody to go, oh, it's a bike. He's probably slow. I'm going to pull out in front of him. That's just a disaster waiting to happen. All right. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you feel like this has been helpful for you. And also comment below. I'm happy to answer any kind of questions you guys have about lighting. You know, I'll even insert a link if you need to for Portland Design Works or Cygolites, but I think most people can find that stuff on their own. But thanks a lot for watching, and I hope this has helped you guys out a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.